Hey guys, it's your own boy, the one only Great Dane, back with day 687 Star Drop opening. And as you can see, we're starting off with the freebie delivered message. Because again, if you guys didn't know, they just released the Brawl Talk for today. And if you watched through the whole thing, you would have seen a QR code with a bunch of replicants of the Brawl Talk hosts essentially saying scan this. Is kind of a weird scene, but again, just another interesting way to give us a freebie for watching one of the Brawl Talks. Again, it's nothing crazy, but I guess it's supposed to be, and I guess this is also technically spoilers, but well, whenever I post this, it'll probably be the new season anyway, honestly. It just depends on how long it takes, but this should be a profile icon technically for Daryl, I believe. But anyway, we also have double star drops going on too. And again, if you just log on, I believe it's like once every month or once every season, you can get 10 free gems, so I should be getting that as well. So starting off, super rare for 100 bling. Rare 50 coins. Rare 25 power points. Super rare 100 coins. Super rare 100 coins again. Rare 50 coins. The actual sheep icon itself. And the 10 gems. Again, all you have to do to get the gems is log onto the Supercell store and essentially scroll down to not the complete bottom, but near the bottom. I'm trying to remember what they're called. It's like the fan section. It's right above that where you can buy all the esports stuff essentially. And I will also say I did message support, which is why I have notification here. I'm just gonna show you guys what the answer I got is. So essentially, again, I let them know that I had 29 out of 30 wins for that icon. It was, I think it was supposed to be like some kind of monster icon. Again, I did technically get the 30th win before the end of the challenges. Again, it was resetting at 5 when everything else resets. I load into the match at 4:57, I think, or sometime very close to right before the challenge ended, and that last match I did get the win. And again, I think the issue is the same thing that, again, if I scroll back in this support section, you can actually see that I still have that conversation on here about the whole resetting star drops issue, where if I complete, I say I get my 8 wins like I did just open those star drops, and it's we have to pretend it's 4:57 or something. I just got my 8 wins, but again, once I get to the last victory screen, instead of pressing exit and going back to the lobby, I just close the app entirely. The issue with that is once I open up the game again, it will give me the star drops. However, it will give me the next day's star drops, and I would have just lost out on a day's worth of star drops. And I think essentially the same thing happened here because I did it so close to the actual reset that even if I got it before the actual quest ended, that's it. Because I didn't go back to the lobby right after when the quest went away, it didn't process that I did it in time, because it doesn't process the victory until after you come back to the lobby or something. Again, it's a very peculiar issue, and again, so you'll see soon an answer in the same conversation. So they're going to look into it is essentially all that they've said. Again, hopefully they'll just give me the icon. Again, I can provide a picture. Literally, if you guys just go back to, I believe it was 2 or 3 videos ago at this point, you can literally see that I had 29 wins. And again, I wouldn't make it up. It's so ridiculous, right? Again, it's not the biggest deal in the world if I don't get that one icon, but I feel like I should have gotten it, you know? Again, I closed the game at the victory screen, not only because, again, I was very tired, but because at that point, if I got one win and I opened the game, it would have opened the star drops for the next day. Again, that's why I told you that whole spiel about the issue, because they technically are connected here. And again, for any normal player, it wouldn't really matter as much. But again, since I actually record opening the star drops, that's kind of the whole point of these videos. You know, I'm trying not to miss a day on that if I can help it, so it gets a little ridiculous there. Again, if we could store star drops, it'd make everything so much easier. You know, they just have a button to collect them each day instead of just giving them to you immediately. And again, the other issue with that is if you open the game and close the game before opening the star drops, it will automatically collect whatever's in them, and then you don't even know what you got, and it doesn't tell you as far as I'm aware. Maybe they updated it so it will tell you. I know sometimes it does for other things in the inbox, but that might just be like the end of season rewards or something. So I don't know, I just find it a bit frustrating with that. But anyway, I think I got 10 credits for the daily streak 67. And the daily fortune is today is time to take on a new challenge, play Hank. Again, we've got that before. Not really a fortune if you're just telling me to play Hank, but you know, interesting nonetheless, I'd say. And again, I just highly recommend watching the Brawl Talk. It's got some, I'll say important, it's at least somewhat important, I guess, information to get an idea of what's coming up. And I'll say the new version of Brawl Stars. So it looks like we should likely at least get the hypercharge star drop before the end of the event. I'll be honest with you, I'm not too confident we're actually going to reach 2000% mastery before the last day. And again, I don't know if the event ends on the 24th at like 11:50. Well, I guess it'd be like, it'd probably still end at 5 in the morning the next day. Or would it end on the 23rd going into the 24th? Again, I can never really tell with the way they word these things. And again, they even said that could potentially change, especially if they want people to have more time to reach the actual 2000% they have on here. We're going to have to see what they do with that. But again, just keep grinding those masteries, and hopefully you'll get all of them before this event is over. That's what I'm doing now. Again, I've got quite a few, but it's still a process. Even 1000%, it still takes some hours. Again, but it's still so much faster. So again, if we go into the event selection for the day, we still have 2 days of Brawl Arena. We have Arena Glory as the map. Again, we still have that same time period essentially for the Hypercharge Unleashed challenge. Again, a lot of wins that you need to get it, but still I'd say pretty worth it, especially since there's no losses or anything. We have Wipeout 5v5, Courtyard Clashers, as well as Knockout Gold Arm Gulch, but nothing really too special besides that. Again, we do have the new season of Ranked. I'll get to that eventually, probably again around the time the Ranked Pro Pass XP returns. Again, because I completed it right when the new one came in, to try and make sure that I could get to Masters. Again, I didn't this time around, unfortunately, but yeah, at least it saves me some time still, so it's not like I did it for nothing. So we have Intergalactic Griff still. We just got Paper Cordelius and Toon Spike in the shop at, I'll save some pretty decent discounts for legendary skins, but again, if I can get them for free out of the Ultra Trophy box, I don't feel the need to spend gems on them, and save them for more exclusive items such as World's Finals Leon here, which again, I'm thinking I'll probably just get it. Again, maybe not right now, but probably tomorrow, just because, again, these skins never go on discount. They don't seem to appear in the catalog, so it just doesn't make sense to just hold on to the gems if you want it, because again, I've never seen them come on discount. It's not impossible, I just don't think it's likely, because they like to advertise the World Finals around the time that they're actually doing the Brawl Stars esports stuff, which again I'll also mention before I forget over here. So tomorrow we have the North American which is esports matches. So again, you can again, I'm posting this way after, but try to make sure to again put your predictions through. I already did, which is why there's no predict button flashing. But again, it's nice that you get those little very obvious reminders so you don't forget whenever the predictions open again. Luckily, it's not very early in the morning, so I should definitely be able to watch most of it. I will say for South America, I got all of the predictions correct and watched pretty much the entire stream, so I did end up getting a very significant chunk of, again, ranked Pro Pass XP. Again, the max I'll say you can really get from that, because it's technically 7 matches, is 700 for getting all the predictions right, and then you get an additional 100 if you vote MVP, which is the mass, I'll say, of the Pro Pass XP. You're getting about 1,400, which, again, over the course of 2 days is pretty significant chunk of Pro Pass XP there. Again, it's hard to say if it'll ever be enough to get you that additional legendary star drop, but I do think it's worth a try. Again, even if you can't watch, to at least put through the predictions and get about half of the maximum value you can get. Again, you can technically even get a little more than that through random drops and essentially like quiz questions that they have randomly posted on there. But again, you really need to be paying attention to make sure you don't miss those, because they only give you 30 seconds once they appear. But anyway, yeah, those resource offers, just don't care too much about them. Instead of the mecha skins and Sugar Plum Rosa, have a daily freebie of 5 credits, as well as 10 power points. But again, I don't think too much else is going on. And again, there's so much in the shop, it's causing texture lag. But as of today, I have 327 XP doublers and 149,840 power points. Alright, so again, plenty of mastery grinding to do. And I swear there's something else I wanted to say. I'm trying to remember what it was before I clear off. Oh, I remember now. Again, usually when you watch the Brawl Stars Brawl Talks and you click on the link or scan the QR code, and again, I'll try to remember to put that in the comments when I'm actually uploading this, so you guys don't have to scan a QR code. I always find that annoying, because then, again, since I'm on my phone, I have to whip out a separate device to scan it or something. Again, what they need to do is make it so you can just screen capture on the device itself if you're watching a video. Otherwise, it's just a little ridiculous, I think. But I was thinking that usually, again, when I open the game, I can only do it once, otherwise it opens the star drops and I can't record, yada yada. But I thought I'd have to do it across 2 days to get both the icon and the 10 gems. But yeah, I got that all in one video, so we're good. And again, I'll try and keep you guys updated on this whole profile icon from Brawl Arena situation, I'll say, that's going on. Again, if I don't get it, it's not the biggest deal, but I prefer to get it. This is why, at least hopefully, they'll acknowledge the issue. Again, they can go back in the records, see that I got one more win or round right when the challenge ended, so hopefully that should be fine. But yeah, again, let me know if you guys have ever run any issues around trying to finish something right when the timer was about to end in this, and if you guys still think that star drops should have like a button to collect them instead of having them auto collected immediately. Again, it doesn't have to be like storing all of them all the time, but at the very least for like a day, your daily star drops, just leave them there for a day. If you don't press the button, it just auto collects them when the next daily reset comes in or something. Again, it's just a little ridiculous the way they have it right now, I think, anyway. But yeah, again, this video is already long, so let me know if you guys are excited for anything they talk about in the Brawl Talk. Again, I'm not going to sit here and go into all that because there's plenty of YouTubers who will. But other than that, let's see how far I can take this, guys.